Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Hey everybody, Joshua Carey here for the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. I got nominated by my niece, Azrae Thibodeau. Before I begin, I figured I'd hit you with 5 things you might not know about ALS.
ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, stands for amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. It's a neurological disease that attacks the nerve cells responsible for voluntary muscle control. Even the diaphragm can be affected, and that's the muscle that allows you to breathe. ALS is fatal. There is no cure. Around 5,600 new cases are diagnosed every year, and it presents itself in 20% more men than in women. ALS is not contagious. However, it can strike anyone. It makes no distinction to any race, gender, age, or creed. The incidence of ALS is 5 times higher than Huntington's, and half that of MS. The onset of ALS is insidious with muscle weakness or stiffness as early symptoms, progression of weakness, wasting, and paralysis of the muscles of the limbs and trunk, as well as those that control vital functions such as speech, swallowing, and later breathing.
And then of course there's the donations people are making. I myself am donating $100 to the ALS Foundation, and you can do so yourself at alsa.org, I believe. And if it's wrong, I'll put a link at the bottom. So, before I begin, I'm going to make my official nominations, and then I've got some more private nominations that I'm going to do after I complete the challenge. Officially, though, I'd like to nominate Michael B. Jordan, who is a good friend of mine. Michael B. Jordan, who is an actor, and Michael B. Jordan, the basketball player. For the 3 of them, I am going to promote the video using the hashtag MBJ4ALS. And then I'd also like to see Michael B. A.Y., or Michael Bay for short, one of my kind of favorite producers. Whoa! Except I have a special challenge for him. I'd like to see him go to Hollywood MGM Studios in Orlando, Florida, where they have an entire exhibit just for his movies, and I'd like him to see him fill his entire ice, or his entire bucket that they fill up and dump on people with ice water, and I'd like to see him get dunked with that. So for that, I'm gonna use M-Bay for ALS. And then finally, I'd like to nominate Andy Paykoff II, CEO of Niagara Bottling LLC, and my personal boss. You can see that. Alright, Andy, you bottle more water than anybody in the world, if I'm not mistaken. So I'd like to see you put some water on your head. For that, I'm going to use hashtag NB for ALS, and here we go. Now that that's over, it's time for my personal nomination. I nominate James Richard Wilkinson III, Matthew Wilkinson, Michael Jordan, again, Rodney Pierce. I nominate Jeff Daniels, Echo Helmick. I got more. James Kalashewski, Mitchell Morris, and Michelle Soto for fun. And for this, I'm going to use the hashtag NoBalls. Got a name somewhere on my list. Chris Bolton. You're up, buddy. You asked for it. So Mark,
I see you in the background there on my TV, and I'm challenging you to the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge as well as Sal and Christian.